Okay, I'm on a language roll today. I want to tell you something about English vocabulary that I think is helpful for English native speakers learning Portuguese and Portuguese native speakers who speak or learn English. So English words derive from many different languages. This is part of the reason why our pronunciation rules are so inconsistent and why sometimes we have random accents, like the little. So if you've ever noticed that a Portuguese person or other people who speak a Romance language as their first language sound oddly formal when they're speaking in English, this is why. In English, we have a lot of concepts which we have two words for. One which comes from a Germanic origin and the other which comes from a Latin origin. Very often, us English native speakers use more commonly the Germanic word than the Latin word. The Latin word is generally considered more formal. Sometimes it's used in things like science or education. Right? Like which one of these are you more likely to use in a day-to-day setting? Friendly or amicable? Old or ancient? Give or provide? Almost always, for us as English speakers, it's the Germanic one. But the Latin derivatives are the ones that are closer to Romance languages. Let's look at a few of these words. So, if you translate aware into Portuguese, it's consciente, which is similar to this Latin derivative, where these words come from, and therefore is more similar to the English word cognizant. But in English, cognizant is a very formal, big word that it's not very common to use. We more likely would say aware. Begin, in Portuguese, começar, comes from the Latin, but is more similar to commence. But again, we would say begin, not commence in English. Deadly, in Portuguese, mortal, which is very, very similar to mortal, a word we use, but not as much as we use deadly. Anyways, I think you get the idea. I took Latin in high school. I hated it. My dad made me do it, but it has helped me so much with things like this. Because once you understand these connections, it helps you to remember the Portuguese words so much more. And hopefully it can also help some Portuguese people to speak a little bit more casually.